back over to this side. First question's easy. Can you just say your name and spell it for me?
My name's Kenneth Michener. Michener.
Perfect, I already had you do that.
Hmm.
Yeah, what you're doing. Better to have it twice than not at all. Well, first of all, tell me about the dance group here. And how'd you guys get this? I know it's been going on for a while.
Well, the dance group here, the Alutiiq, or the Akhiok dancers, I came down probably, I think, like 3 or 4 years ago. And I taught them I taught them pretty much all the songs. I mean, I don't want to take all the credit for it, because they're the ones that learned it and interpreted it their own way. But I pretty much gave them the basic outline of all the dances, and they got pretty much started by their coordinator. And I have a dance group in Kodiak that I'm teaching. We're called Sukhbiak Alutiiq dancers, and I'm just the teacher. The coordinator is Mike Tequila, and that's going fairly well. But me, I think I like teaching this group better. But yeah, they have more spirit than I've seen in any other Alutiiq dancers.
Now, tell me the basics. Like I saw you today with the board with the words on it. Like how do you go from knowing, not really knowing the dance to where you're ready to perform it? How does the process work?
For me personally, or just teaching?
Well, like, I guess I mean kind of for the group. I mean, how do you take a group that doesn't really know a song and make it so they can perform it?
Well, I pretty much do it the way I learned it. It's repetitive, so I'll sing it, and then it'll be like I'll sing it, you sing it. I'll say a word, you say a word, and I'll have towards the middle, I'll have Q&A. And if they really don't understand, then I will try the best I can to write it out, and then after it's all written out or whatever, I will let them perform the song or sing the song. And then after they get the words down, that's when the movements come in. And once you got the movements down, then you get the beat going. And so it's actually a combination of a lot of things, because with everything with songs, movements, dances, they have their own unique way to do things. I'm trying to teach them rhythm in how they're dancing, to move the head, the arms, pretty much just be relaxed and bounce. But other than that, the structure of a song is really based on how to go about that. Pretty much I just try and teach the way I was taught. And I was taught when I was about 3 or 4 years old. So I've been doing it for about 14, 15 years. So I've taught a lot of people as well. So.
Now, obviously this is something that means a lot to you. What are some of the things that you think about, you feel when you're dancing?
Me, I don't really try and put my all into it, because I'm always usually with people that aren't experienced. So I will find the person who has the most beat, the most rhythm, and I will try and follow that person. But if it's me by myself, then I'll give it my all. I try not to feel too much pride in what I'm doing, but it comes naturally, and you just have that sense of, I did a good job and all this, and it's pretty much how I feel. I try and give it my all, though.
Now tell me, from what I've been told, the group out here for a village this size is just amazing.
Yeah, this is phenomenal. I mean, they're probably the biggest Alutiiq dance group that is all on Kodiak. I mean, I thought
the size of the group here.
Yeah, it's the biggest dance group I've ever seen for our people. And just as many as there are, I think they said 24 or 27. And they all have the desire to do it, to want to do it, and to want to learn more. And what they're doing differently that I've seen anyone else is they're making their own songs, opposed to my group. I guess we're trying, but we're having a really hard time. But yeah, they are just amazing. I just was stunned when I was watching them. I was just like, wow, because everyone was into it. They had their heart into it, and desire, and I was truly just wow, very much.
And the thing that struck me was like, yeah, everybody from the kids to
Mhm.
the people that were, however old, they're all participating. I mean, what is that? I guess, how does that make you feel?
Well, when I see younger, like really young kids doing it, I like to. I'll physically show them how to do it for a while, until they get the hang of it. And like with any person, you can become impatient, especially with older people. And they're a lot harder to work with, I think, like teenagers, because they want to be rebellious. I know this already, but it's actually I like it that both of them, because we have adults and children in this dance group, and they're all doing just a fantastic job. It's nice.
Um, but now you guys are gonna perform tomorrow,
Mhm.
and tell me how you feel now. You ready to perform tomorrow?
I think they're actually ready, because when I first watched them dance, they were kind of unorganized, but I just gave them a little more structure to add to what they have. I didn't want to push anything on them, but I just gave them more structure on their dancing. So I think this is going to be actually a really great performance. Seeing what they were doing today, and I think we're all going to enjoy it.
And now you live in Kodiak.
Yeah, I live in Kodiak.
And how do you feel being able to travel out here for Alutiiq Week?
Never really used to like it before. I don't know, but I got a little bit older, and now I'm starting to appreciate a lot more things. And I am related to like this entire village, so it's I like it now. It's kind of don't want to leave anymore. So.
And what do you see for yourself in the future, 5-10 years from now?
Whew, that's kind of hard. I'm still trying to determine what I'm gonna do. All I can pretty much say is I'm heading to a monastery in Arizona, and I hope to get answers from there. But what I'd like to do is get married, of course, and like be a choir director, I guess, in the Orthodox Church, or be a member of the clergy, or go some kind of schooling. I'm kind of undetermined at this point.
And why do you think it's important to teach dance like this and to preserve and create new songs?
I think it's important, just period. I mean, since our language is dying off, there's very little people that can speak our language, and to have them in song is it's good because it shows a way you're having fun. But I just think it's relatively important that we have to just keep teaching. That's why I don't deny anybody who wants to come to my dance group, whether it be 5-year-olds to like a 60-year-old. I will not deny them, because they need to learn somehow. And I think through dance, it'll inspire them more to want to learn more about their culture. So I figure that's cool. I like it.
Yeah. Cool. Anything else that you'd like to add?
Have fun, learn your language, and learn about your culture. Don't do drugs. Pretty much it, I guess.
Right on. And I just ask you, right now you're trying to quit?
Yeah, I'm
How's
trying
it
to
going?
quit smoking, and I turned to chewing, which is actually quite worse. And it is extremely hard to quit, because if you've done it for a long period of time, it almost becomes like a part of your life. You incorporate it into everything that you do, and you find a way to do it in everything that you do. And it's kind of like changing your whole routine all over again, and keeping tobacco out of it. And that sometimes people can get really grouchy, they can get mean. Of course, pretty sure people know about that. And other times people could just explode because they don't have it. And me, I'm on the verge of quitting. I'm almost there, but it's just wanting to quit is what makes the hardest. Is you have to want to quit before you just say I want to quit. So.
What does it feel like inside when you're like, okay, I don't really want to be doing this, but your body's saying it wants to?
Well, it kind of depends on situations, I guess. Like, if you're just happy or glad about anything, and you light up a cigarette or put a dip in your mouth, me personally, I think it's all nasty. It just tastes sick, and it's an automatic thing. You just go and reach for it because you've done it for so long. But yeah, it's kind of pretty nasty to me personally. But like I said, you have to have the desire to want to quit. And I don't know if I want to, but I know I want to because my health is really at risk for it.
That was my last question. There is what are the reasons that you made the decision to try and quit?
Well, I was smoking, and also, my desire is wanting to sing, to be a choir director, and you have to take really good care of your voice for that. And smoking, I'm always, I'll try and sing, and then I'll have to stop to take a breath or to cough, and it just throws a lot of things off. And when you chew, it goes, you could still do a lot of things that you can't do with smoking, but it also affects your heart a lot faster. So the more you try and run, it's like you're going to slow down, or like wrestling or any kind of sports, you're not going to be able to give it your all because there's something blocking what you're really trying to achieve. So that's one of the reasons I want to quit, is because of my voice and to just try and get healthy all over again.
Yeah. And now you're a fairly young person.
Yeah.
How did you get started?
Just growing up, seeing my family doing it, I thought if they're doing it, I might as well do it. So pretty much at a young age I started, and I was at that point, I remember, where it's like, do I want to do this? Do I not want to do this? And I just chose to do it, and I got in trouble. I got caught, and then I said, okay, I'm not going to do it. But I came back to doing it again, and then I just haven't been able to quit ever since. I started mainly when I was probably about 9 or 10, quit, and then from 13 till present day I'm still smoking.
And this is growing up in Kodiak?
Yeah, this is Kodiak, between Kodiak and here in Akhiok.
So easy to get a hold of tobacco when you're under 19?
Under 19, it wasn't really that easy, because you always had to go and find a buyer or something, and a lot of people were just like, no, I don't want to do it, or no, I'm not going to do it for you. So sometimes you had to steal, which was one thing I don't like. But after a while, about 16, 17, my mom kind of got tired, and she knew I smoked, so she said, okay, if you're going to do it, don't do it around me. And then by the time I hit close to my 18th birthday, she started handing me cigarettes, and I was like, okay, this kind of helped it along. I don't want to quit anymore. My mom's giving me cigarettes. Turned 19, and I'm buying my own, and it's like, okay, I've been hiding so long. My mom knows, and I lost a little bit of desire to smoke. I'm 19, I can buy my own. There's no point in sneaking around. So it's just like, now I'm doing it just to do it, instead of trying to be cool or whatever people do it for. Now it's a habit, and it's a very dangerous habit.
Is there anything that you see that could reduce smoking in the villages?
My guess would be more activities. People were talking about they want a racetrack out here, and of course in Akhiok, I don't know anywhere else really, but out here there's a lot of field, and you could easily dig up around to make a track for four-wheelers or motorcycles for summertime. Inside recreational sports, that's always a good thing, and pretty much it's just based on the person if they want to quit or not. So.
Yeah. Cool. Well, thanks, man.
Thank you.
First of all, so I can make sure I have it correctly, could you just say your name and spell it for me?
What's your name?
Oh, could you just say your name out loud and spell it for me? That way I have it recorded on the tape.
My name is Mary Peterson.
And, okay, looks like everything's working just fine. Yeah, you can just look at me. Well, first of all, tell me you grew up here?
Yes.
And, well, what are some of the changes you've seen over the course of your lifetime here?
Lot. We had, well, ever since I could remember, it was always, we didn't have what we have today. We had wood stoves and wash tubs for a bathtub and kerosene lamps for light. And to me, I thought it was very comfortable, and I still do think it was. And gas lamps, wood stoves, small houses, low, so they will have heat. And now we had to carry water. Wood, men went out and get wood rowing on a skiff. And women used washboard to wash their clothes or by hand. And it was good. Their laundry never got lost. As soon as they changed, they rinse them out right away. And then in the summertime when it's raining, they soak their clothes in a soapy water in a tub, big tub, and then when it's raining, they spread them out in the grass and the ground and let the rain rinse them out. And then
I'm sorry. I'm going to have to prop that door. Yeah. So you put your clothes out in the grass?
and let them drain a little bit. Then after they drain enough, then they hang them up on a clothesline. And we had no clothespins. We tie them with old rags that they don't use. They use those to tie the clothes out to the line and let them dry.
Now, is there a lot more people in the village back then?
Not anymore. Everybody, very few, once in a while will, but it's just so convenient for them now. They just take them off the washer and throw them in the dryer. And it costs money, but this generation after me that's all they use now. They don't hang their clothes outside anymore. And which was good though, you'd air them out and they really smell good because they're nice and in the air, dried. Once in a while I do hang them out summertime. Wintertime is too cold for me now. And then wintertime we hung them all over in the house. We'd have lines inside the house to dry them. And that's why they didn't let their laundry pile up. As soon as they changed their clothes, they rinse them out and hang them inside the house. It was maybe after our oil stoves were taken out. We had oil stoves, not furnaces. when the generator goes out, you have no heat, no power, no light. Some of us, most of us, got our own generators now, and which we might be using pretty soon if we don't get any more oil for the village. And I didn't let them take my oil stove out because I didn't trust the generators. If they go out, then we have no heat. So I'll just switch the oil pipe from the furnace to the oil. I mean, I didn't think that would be happening, but all of a sudden it started in Alutiiq. Then now the other villages are getting into it too, dancers, and the people that remember a long time ago, and their dresses were put in museums, and then Susan here that's doing the sewing and beading and leather work and stuff like that. She even went way outside someplace, I can't remember where, to a museum. Somebody told her it was an Alaska regalia, the dress, they wear when they're performing. And this afternoon they were practicing on a new song that they want to use. That's originally from Akhiok, the song they're practicing this afternoon. Because I heard it here ever since I was little, people saying it. And there's other songs that they sing that was from Akhiok too. And I never thought they'd bring it back, but somehow someone thought about it and studied it and read about the dresses they wore for dancing, and somebody told Susan and somebody else, they went and go look at this dress that they wore when they did their dances, and very colorful. And so it's here. I think Akhiok was kind of last one to start that too. They started it in Alutiiq. And it's really, really interesting for the generation next after me. And I was really surprised they were even working on it until I seen them in Alutiiq. And it was just beautiful and wonderful, and how fast they learn. And it's just really interesting. And it's good.
Is there anything that you like, having seen a lot of things over the course of your lifetime, is there anything that you'd like to see happen in Akhiok in the future?
Get our language back. And they're doing good in the dancing, getting it back, and the language with almost, there's just a few of us that will sit and make a full conversation, like you and I are talking. And in Alutiiq, she just got here yesterday from Alutiiq, and her and I, she was my sister-in-law. My brother died, and in Alutiiq week when she come for it from Alutiiq. She lives in Alutiiq now. She used to live here. She's at her house right now. Oh, she's out there now. Phyllis, her name is Phyllis Peterson. And when her and I get together, we talk in Alutiiq fully, like you were telling stories, we understand and could speak it. But there's very few we see that would talk and tell stories in Alutiiq. And um, there's two elderly guys, kind of that still speak good in Alutiiq. Still, and I think there's just only 4 of us here from Akhiok that could fully talk in Alutiiq and really tell stories and understand. Well, some of them they'll just say a few sentences and we could understand what they're saying, and they know what they're saying, but they cannot tell stories and sit and, you know, there's very few left like that now. Mhm. Very few of us left that would really sit and tell stories in Alutiiq.
I think that's just about all the questions I had. Is there anything else that you would like to add?
Well, I'm just glad that what's going on now with Alutiiq practicing, and the dancers are getting good, and now they have two girls in the museum in Kodiak that's working hard at it, and they're really doing good and trying to get Alutiiq language back to where they could talk to each other like we talk in English. And they're really working hard at it. Last month I was there for that gathering, and then the ones that came here from Kodiak are from Akhiok. The ones that you interviewed, they're from Akhiok, but they moved to Kodiak because I guess because they didn't have a good home. Their real homes was wearing, wearing out, and some didn't do good fishing to get a new house, and some of us did. Anyway, what I see today now, I'm very happy what's going on because they're working hard on getting our language back for the younger generations, and we're helping do that. And I hope they don't give up and then keep on working at it hard to where they will be able to talk to each other, and I think it's going to work because the girls are really working at it at the museum, and some of the kids are starting to say a few words that they could remember if anyone taught them. The little ones are the ones that's easy to teach. They pick up the language so easy, and they'll say it so easy. They'll pronounce it so good. While the upper ones, they're bashful, and then but they did good in the new song they put up, and in a short time they picked up and they were able to sing it today, and just really, really happy and thrilled about it because it takes time to learn, anything. Like for Christmas, it is